It's towing me. Hey everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. Well, I don't know about you, but sometimes in the middle of the summertime, things get a little bit slow. Or maybe you try a new lake. But you know what? Every day on the water, something interesting happens. Maybe you get one big fish on the trip. Maybe you see something you didn't expect to see. So let's take a look at those interesting things that can happen during a fishing day. Morning everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. Back at it, summer 2025. Early morning. Wanted to get here to this lake before the sun came up. We did it, but the sun's coming quick. Back at the lake that I had my terrifying lightning strike at. But it's a great lake for fishing, so I wanted to come back, give it a good try today. The whole day looks like it's going to be good. We're going to get out there and we're going to see what we can catch. This lake has everything in it, so let's see if everything's biting. Let's go fishing. Good morning everybody, on the water before sunup. Nice and calm. We got a foggy morning this morning. Probably get pretty warm today. This lake is connected to a river system, and woo, looks like it's up. This area is, last time I was here, could see a lot more pads and stuff. I'm gonna kind of run through here and hit some pads with the frog and then get right to it with the bladed jig. That seemed to be the ticket last time. This summer it's been interesting. Not a huge frog bite yet, but biting on other stuff, so we'll be ready when the frog bite starts. Just great to be out again. Summer 2025. Whew. We're still in July. I've been getting out, but not as much as I like. Weather and some other stuff going on. Just kind of cruising through here, you know, it's one of those things. It looks great, but it's never been productive. What is nice is, for whatever reason, right off the lily pads, whether it was maybe treated or something, there's a nice little gap as far as the weeds kind of drop off. So this is prime chatterbait also. In fact, the last time I was at this lake, I was frogging it up and down, and then when I came back this way, I threw my bladed jig through. Got about a 22-inch walleye. It's my lake of the most species I've ever caught. And last time out, one of the species I hadn't caught on this lake was bass. So it was nice I got that taken care of. I think the only species on this lake that I haven't caught that are somewhat common, I believe there's muskies in here. I have not caught a bowfin dogfish. And possibly rock bass. I think there's probably rock bass in here. Other than that, it's been everything. Crappie, sunfish, walleye, perch, drum, catfish, northern, and one fall day, a surprise sturgeon. That's what kind of draws me to this lake. I like the chance of catching all kinds of different stuff. Fish on. What do we got? Oh, an aggressive little northern that's taking the skunk out of the boat. He was on, then he wasn't, then he was. All right, skunk's out of the boat. The stink is in the boat. Good old northern. You know, maybe they're just kind of cruising around. What? Or maybe there's one right there. There we go. There's a guy who's doing what he's supposed to this morning. He creamed that frog. Thank you, Mr. Bass. All right. Frog bass. Fun thing was he hit it, he missed it, and he came back. Dropping down, no structure, no bait fish. I see a point coming up here. We shall explore. There we go. No. Oh. That was a bigger fish. What's going on? What is going on? That's a couple lost. Darn it. Bad news is we lost that fish and it was a bigger fish. Good news is we know they might be around this shallow grassy stuff. There's the fish. What do we got? We got a northern. We'll lift him in. Alright. That northern was just saying, you need a new power stinger. Alright, headed to the island. Gonna kind of fish around it. Probably do some panfish fishing, but also throw in our jig if we can find some weeds. Seems like wherever we've found decent weeds, there's been some fish, but it's pretty flat. Like right now we're in 11 feet and there's nothing on the bottom. So we'll find those key spots and we'll work them. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, it's just beautiful out this morning. However, if you look, can you see how hazy it is? What it is the smoke from the wildfires in Canada. It's coming down to Minnesota. So kind of an interesting morning. But I can't believe there's not more people out. It's actually a Friday. I don't fish on Fridays too often. I took a little bit of a wider swing to the island because I wanted to check out here in deeper water just to see if there's any clusters of crappies or panfish. Not seeing a ton on the graph, every once in a while a mark. However, panfish expert Chad and I were out the other day and it was kind of the same deal. We didn't mark anything, but we caught lots of fish. So we'll try everywhere. This lake is full of bonus species. As I catch them, I'll let you know what I feel like a bonus species is. And especially during panfish fishing, it'll be fun if we hook one of them. One of those bonus species. All right, let's get to the island and fish. We have arrived at the island. Now let's see what we can find as far as some weeds. Guessing it's gonna be like the other areas where the weeds are in like 3 feet, about 4 feet here. I can kind of see an edge there. So we'll just work right down the edge. Actually, it wasn't the edge, there was a paddle boarder that went by. And it's their path. There we go. Man, there's something about the fish on this lake. They just hit so violent. What we got? We won't know until we get it up to the surface. Oh, we got a big fish. It's towing me. What in the world? There we go. All right. We got one of our mystery species, our bonus species. Got a big old catfish. All right. That is awesome. It's one of the reasons I came today. I thought I would catch some panfish fishing, but man, what an awesome fish. Whew, and smart. Jumped right out of the net. Big old catfish. There we go. That is cool. Went through the whole gamut of my head. Big northern, musky, drum. Nope, big old catfish. It is always a joy for me to catch a big fish, and especially one that I knew I might be able to find on this lake. So that catfish, it made the whole day. I usually count on the panfish on that lake to fill in those gaps between the bigger fish, and that just didn't happen this day. But for me, getting up early, it was all worth it to have that catfish tow me around a little bit. Well, I guess we could call that a slow day. I don't even believe I got a panfish in. Caught some small northerns here and there, small bass here and there, had a little flurry of frog bass down in the channel. I still had fun. Love getting up early, love being on the lake early. And early we had a big fish on that we lost. We had another hit that was a big fish that we lost. But the star of the day, we got a catfish. And that is pretty cool in my book. Well, I appreciate you watching even on this slow day. I'm gonna keep getting out there. I hope you are too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.